All right, here we go. Kooda B. Welcome to Vlad TV.
What's up, Vlad? What's going on?
Everything good, man. Fresh off doing 4.5 years.
Know that.
Welcome home.
Good looking.
Welcome home.
Good looking.
Well, it's your first time here, man. I want to get into your whole story. So you grew up in Brownsville?
Yeah.
All right. So what was Brownsville like in the early 2000s, mid 2000s?
Rough.
Yeah?
Rough. Like very rough. A lot of violence. And that's when I came to play. It's definitely a lot of violence though. Like it's hard out there. It's hard to survive out there. Especially if you can't adapt in that type of environment, it's not something you can last, and I swear. It eat you right up.
Okay. But, at one point you're a kid and it just feels like home. Was there a certain age when you were like, it's a little crazier out here? Was there like an incident that you saw as a child that made you go like, okay, I'm not in a typical neighborhood?
Like, I'm gonna say probably like 9 years old, I seen somebody get shot. I'm like, what? Right there, I'm like, oh, it's no game out here. I know it's serious. I'm like, oh yeah, it's serious out here.
Okay. What does that do to a 9-year-old seeing something like that in front of them?
Traumatize them.
Yeah.
Traumatize them, definitely. Definitely traumatize them.
Okay. The gang situation in Brownsville at the time, how bad was it?
Around that time, it was bad. That's like back in the day, I was Crippin' Blood, so it was bad.
Okay.
It was bad.
You yourself, were you affiliated with anyone?
Nah.
Okay. You were just there.
Yeah, I was just there.
Okay. Fair enough. And as a kid, were you a fairly good kid, or were you getting in trouble, getting arrested, that type of thing?
I was sneaky.
Sneaky.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Real sneaky.
Any arrests?
Nah.
Okay.
No arrest. My first arrest was my case.
Was this situation?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So let's fast forward then. At what point did you actually meet Tekashi?
I met him, I'm going to say 2017, the beginning of 2017.
Okay. So how did you actually meet him?
I was rapping already, but I wasn't taking the shit serious.
Mm-hmm.
I had a little dance. Me and my mans, I did a little dance. He wrote me. He was in the UK. He wrote me, when he come back, we going to link up. I'm like, all right. And it went from there. Or he came back like months later, he wrote me. We met up, we spoke. I was fucking with him.
Okay. And when you met him, who was around him at the time? Was like Shotty and them around him, or?
It was nobody around him.
Okay.
Nobody was around him.
All right, so you're one of the first people that really started fucking with him.
Nobody was around him. Not that I knew.
Okay. Did he have the face tats at that point?
Hell yeah. He had all of that. Word, when I pulled up on him, I don't be seeing all that while I'm from. I'm like, what the fuck? He got all these faces.
Okay, so you meet him in 2017, and by November of 2017, that's when the Gummo video came together.
Yeah.
Were you there?
No, I ain't go to that one.
Okay.
I ain't go.
But that video, I feel, is what actually like introduced Tekashi to the world.
Mm-hmm.
That video got, hundreds of millions of streams, and, the visual part of it was crazy. You never saw like all these, like 100 dudes with red bandanas, wilding out. And everyone was like, God damn, like who is this kid?
Who is this? Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. When you saw the video, what did you think?
And I saw it, I'm like, oh shit. That shit crazy. Or I'm like, doing this thing. I was happy for him. No, I'm happy for everybody that's doing their thing. I'm happy for him. You doing this thing. I'm doing my thing. Good.
Right. And I've interviewed people around him, like Seiko Billy and all them. And they said that right after that video, that's when Tekashi started saying blood all the time.
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so. I wasn't really paying that shit no mind. I ain't even gonna lie to you, Vlad. Mm-hmm. You heard?
Okay.
Me personally, I'm in my zone. Like, I'm in my own little world. For real, I swear to God, that's how I am. In my own little world. I wasn't really paying that no mind what he doing and what they got going on. I'm just fuck with him. Anytime he call me, yo, what's up, bro? How are you good? That's how it's going, you feel me? I'm fuck with him the long way. We going out, regular shit like that. Word.
Okay, because that video comes out. Later on that year, Tekashi signs to 10K. And now he's got a major record company behind him. From what I understand, he told the guys at 10K that, with the signing bonus, he was going to split it with all his people and everything else like that. But I guess that never happened. When he signed, was he being generous with the money or anything else like that?
I ain't gonna front. That shit you just said, you put me onto that. I ain't know that.
You never heard that before.
I swear to God, I ain't know that.
Okay.
But we having fun. I ain't gonna front. He was doing this thing, having fun, doing this thing. Word.
Yeah.
He was doing this thing, having fun.
Okay.
I don't know if he split bread with them though. You feel me? I
Okay,
wasn't
fair
around
enough.
him like that. Know that shit.
Fair enough. But then in December of 2017, the Kooda music video was released.
Yeah.
So why did he name it Kooda?
Yo, he like, yo, he said, who he said, yo, like, you the wave, bro, you a star. I gotta let the whole world know you heard. So I'm like, all right, do your thing. I told you I wasn't taking rap serious, like you heard. So I'm like, do your thing. But my man's telling me like, bro, you really bad. I'm like, let him do his thing. Do your thing. Or I really don't care, but I'm having fun for real.
Okay.
All
Now
right.
you're in that music video.
Yeah, I'm in that one.
I mean, how did it feel, you know, because at that point, Tekashi's on fire.
Yeah.
You got one of the hottest artists in the world doing a music video with your name as the title.
Yeah. I'm like,
How did that feel?
it felt good, you heard? It definitely felt good. I'm doing my thing. Plus that's like a bonus.
Yeah.
It's like a bonus. Definitely felt good.
Well, that song has 400 million views on YouTube.
Mm.
So, you know, it was a big deal. It was one of his biggest songs, essentially.
I know.
Okay. Did your life change a little bit after the Kooda song?
Nah.
Not
It
at
was
all?
still, I told you, Vlad, I wasn't taking this shit serious, you heard? So I'm still in the projects. I'm chilling. I wasn't taking the shit serious.
Okay. So that video comes out, and then as we get into 2018, that's when the more serious drama starts to occur.
Yeah.
In February of 2018, there was the fight at LAX.
I seen that.
You weren't there. But Seiko Billy was there, and he was involved in the fight. And then on March 20th of 2018, Casanova 2 Times was shooting a music video, and a shooting occurred.
Yeah, I wasn't there either.
Then a couple of days later at the Barclays Center, Tekashi's crew and Casanova's crew run into each other, and then a shooting occurs there as well, and that's all caught on video. Were you at the Barclays thing?
Wasn't there either.
Okay. So you're not really around him all the time like that at all.
Hell no. Now, when it's business and we out partying, that's when I'm gonna be there.
Okay.
Word.
You're not traveling around with them and everything else like that.
No.
Okay. But then by May of that year, Chief Keef and Tekashi start to get into it.
Oh shit! Yeah, hell yeah, they definitely did.
Right. And I guess it was over Cuban Doll hanging out with Tekashi, and Tato used to date her, and something. And now Tekashi has beef with Chief Keef and Tato.
Mm-hmm.
There was a FaceTime call when Tekashi was talking to Tato, and they were arguing with each other, and Tato goes, "I kill people." And everyone's like, "Ah!" And everyone's laughing and blah, blah, blah. Were you there during that FaceTime?
Nah, I wasn't there. I was in New York. They
You
was
were
in
in New
LA.
York.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, matter of fact, I think I was in the A for real. I think I was in Atlanta for real.
Okay. Because then, because of that whole video that got released, because Tekashi's people were taping it,
I know.
Trippie Redd comes out with a song called "I Kill People" featuring Tato and Chief Keef.
I seen that. I seen that too.
Yeah.
Definitely heard that.
So now the two of them are going back and forth. Tekashi and his camp are going back and forth with Chief Keef and his camp, and things are, shit talking back and forth and everything else like that. And then a video, which surfaced later on TMZ in November 23rd, but a video got released. And Tekashi's hanging out outside with a whole bunch of people, and he's asking about, "Oh, who's the last person, y'all shot?" And then he says, "I'm going to give a 30 pack to shoot at Chief Keef." While he's saying all this, there's cameras that are recording all this.
Mm-hmm.
And you're actually there.
Nah, I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
Nah, I wasn't there.
Okay, but you know what I'm talking
I
about.
know exactly what you're talking about. When TMZ was recording, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But he basically puts out with a camera rolling that he wants to put $30,000 on someone's head.
Mm-hmm.
On June 2nd, Chief Keef was shot at outside the W Hotel in New York City. Nobody was hit. You get charged with that shooting.
It's a fact.
Okay, so between Tekashi doing that video about the 30-pack and the shooting, can you talk about anything that happens in between you and Tekashi?
In between, I think, matter of fact, I think I was about to shoot I was about to shoot a video. What happened between? Yeah, that's it. I was about to shoot a video. You telling me he's coming back from LA. I'm like, all right, I might shoot a video in New York. And we spoke, that's it. That was all, for real.
Okay.
Word.
So what led up to the actual shooting situation?
What led up to it?
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, black shit just happened in life. It was just like 1 minute it was this, next minute it was that. Shit done. I'm like, oh, shit done.
Okay.
Word.
Well, so Chief Keef was shot at outside the W Hotel. Nobody was hit. Nobody was injured.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about the actual shooting situation?
The actual shooting.
And I'm only asking you this because you just did 4.5 years for the actual shooting.
I already know. Listen, I got charged for making the shooting happen. Like, I ain't get charged as the shooter. I got charged for making that shit happen.
I never knew that.
See, no, the whole world don't know that.
So you're not the actual shooter. Aha.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I got charged for. I got charged for making that happen.
Okay. The person who did the shooting, were they convicted?
Nah, they wasn't locked up. I don't know where they at.
Okay. So if they're not locked up, we're not going to say who did it.
Yeah.
How did they know that you made the shooting happen? And why were you charged for it if you didn't actually do the shooting?
Because 6ix9ine told him.
Oh.
6ix9ine told him that he told me to do that. Yo, that shit crazy, black. That's why I'm laughing. Looking back now, I'm laughing like this shit really crazy.
It sounds crazy.
I guess he told the people that I did it, whatever. I'm like, all right. They say I did it. They got me on camera. They got us on camera.
What did they got? What did they got on camera?
They got me on camera there at the scene. They got us coming back. They got me coming back. They got that. So I'm like, all right. I ain't fighting. I'm not about to go to trial. I'm not about to do all that.
Well, hold on a second. So if they have you on the scene, but you're not the shooter, so regardless of what Tekashi tells them, you're not the shooter.
I still range for it to happen.
Tekashi could say that, I told Kooda to go set this up, but you could say, I didn't do it. So fuck what he's talking about. I'm not the shooter. You could,
but, we in the feds. It's different. It's a RICO. You heard? It's a RICO. So that shit is a whole different ball game.
Aha. Okay. Well, that incident happens, but that happened in June, but no one gets arrested at that point because the wheels are still churning in the background. And then on July, Tekashi gets beaten up and robbed and kidnapped early in the morning after doing the Fifi video with Nicki Minaj and Murder Beats. So according to reports, he's coming back. He gets kidnapped. The robbers eventually took like $750,000 and $35,000 in cash. At one point, he managed to escape, and he was taken to the hospital. I guess he called the police and everything else like that. But his driver, George Rivera, was actually an FBI informant for the past year. So he called the police himself.
He did.
And reported on what actually happened.
He did.
When you heard about the kidnapping situation, what did you think?
I thought it was staged.
Oh, really?
I still think it's staged, for real.
Well, people went to prison for it, so I don't think it was staged.
I still think it's staged, for real.
Really?
Still think it's staged. Free them people that went to jail for that, but I think it's staged. I don't know.
It was crazy, though.
When I seen it, though, I'm like, oh, shit. Shit getting serious.
Well, but the footage came out. Remember, like the audio? Because I guess the driver had a recording device.
Yeah. I had that. I was locked out. I had all of that.
Yeah, exactly. Everything. Yeah, no. I mean, I've seen the footage myself.
Yeah.
So you already have informants in the mix and everything else like that. It's getting messier and messier. And then in November of that year, Tekashi does the Breakfast Club interview.
Yeah.
And he basically disses all the dudes like Shotty and them around him and called them dirty and so forth. When you heard that, what'd you think?
I'm like, damn, what the fuck going on? I told you I don't know behind the scene things. So I'm like, damn, shit crumbling, what's going on? Shit's crumble for real.
Were you and Tekashi still like talking and being friendly during this whole time after the whole shooting incident? Before the Breakfast Club thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
We was cool.
And how was Tekashi's overall mindset during that time?
Shit. I was still fuck with him. I ain't know what was going on, so I'm still fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
Then like, I think like a few days later, got grabbed up, some shit like that.
Well, yeah, the Breakfast Club interview happened on November 16th. On November 18th, everybody starts getting arrested.
Yeah.
He got arrested. Shotty got arrested. 3 other people got arrested. Tekashi got charged with RICO, firearms charges, conspiracy to murder, and armed robbery, and he was facing life in prison. They were also saying that he was part of the 9 Trey Gangster Bloods.
Yeah.
You weren't arrested at that point.
Mm-mm.
But when you heard that, and did you know Shotty and all those other dudes, or was that really kind of?
I met him.
But you weren't trying to really fuck with them like that.
No.
Right, and you weren't a 9 Trey Blood yourself.
He was
so
cool though.
like,
Shotty cool. They cool.
I met Shotty before. Me and Shotty were texting each other.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's not
cool.
Like they cool here. What's up? But it's not like we hang out with each other.
You're not part of that clique.
No.
So
no.
Right, exactly. So now Tekashi's locked up. A bunch of the 9 Trey dudes are locked up, and it looks crazy from the outside. By February, Harv gets indicted for kidnapping and assault for the whole situation, after the Fifi shoot. And at this point, Tekashi actually starts cooperating with the police, with the feds.
Mm-hmm.
When you heard that he was cooperating, what did you think?
I first heard that, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Because I told him, they were saying free him. I'm writing some of his family members, telling them, like, when they talk to him, tell him, call me out there. Then it's like, damn, fuck. Or shit crazy. Wake up call.
On February 1st, Tekashi actually pled guilty
to
all 9 charges. And one of the things that he included in his plea deal was the ordering of the shooting at Chief Keef. And he said that he offered you $20,000 to do the shooting.
Mm. He ain't offer me none.
He didn't offer you anything?
No.
Did he pay you anything after the fact?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Zero?
Zero.
But then in February, you get arrested.
Yeah.
Talk about the actual arrest and everything else like that. Did you see it coming, or was it a total shock?
Hell no, that shit was a shocking. I was about to sign the asylum that week.
You were about to sign to Asylum Records.
Hell yeah, I was about to sign, low key. I ain't even telling nobody.
So this was about to be the height of your life.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Hell yeah, I caught that. Somebody text me the shit. Ding, I'm like, oh, fuck is this? It's like, he cooperated, about the shoot, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna run for the feds.
What, you found out about the indictment before it happened?
Yeah, no, I found out that morning when it happened, they unsealed it. And I guess when they left court, it's all over TMZ and everything. Now I'm indicted. That's how I see it.
Oh, they unsealed the indictment before actually arresting you.
I'm on a supersede indictment.
Right,
yeah,
right.
I'm on a supersede, so.
So November they get indicted.
Yeah.
When did they actually unseal the indictments?
I got all of that. I don't even know. I can't even tell you the exact date.
Okay.
I got it.
But about how it was a couple months, basically? A couple months passed.
Yeah, a couple months, Vlad.
How much time passed between you finding out about your name on the indictment and them actually arresting you?
Oh, probably about a week.
A week?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
I found out. I told you I found out. It came to my phone. I'm like, oh, getting a lawyer. I'm getting lawyers. Going through lawyers. Now I got my lawyer and I went in.
Did you consider going on the run at that point?
At first I was, but I'm like, I can't rap and be on a run. That shit don't make sense. But I'm
Right.
TK. Hell no, I'm cool to be. I ain't gonna front. I was definitely thinking about it immediately, but I'm like, I can't do that.
Okay, so you lawyered up,
Facts.
and then 1 week later, you decided to turn yourself in.
Yeah.
What'd you do during that 1 week?
Chill. I ain't even gonna front. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was listening to 50 Cent Mini Men doing wild push-ups. I'm like, I'm about to go to the feds. It's on. It's lit. You heard? That's how it was. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I'm listening to Mini Men, 50 Cent, and I'm listening to Meat Championship. I swear to God. Doing wild push-ups, smoking wild weed. That's all I was doing. All I was doing.
You were stressed out.
Hell yeah, I'm stressed out. Hell yeah, because that shit was like unbelievable.
Up to that point, you've never done any jail time or anything.
No.
So you're really like, oh shit, this
Yeah,
is about
hell
to
yeah.
be, shit just got real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Talk about the process about you turning yourself in.
The motherfucking the Fed officer that came to my crib, they left my mom's a card. Like, if you want to turn him in, this what you call. So when we got by the building, my mom's called him, like, he in the front, y'all could come get him now. And I was in the front, they came and get me. They couldn't question me. I had my lawyer, couldn't question me. So it was over with word. Went through the process, got searched, whatever. They questioned me. I mean, the cop said something funny. Why we ain't catch you? Where you was at hiding? I ain't worried about it. That's it though. I went in like at nighttime, like 9 o'clock. I went to court the next day. I went to court. I got remanded. They said I gotta come back. I think I gotta come back like 2 days for bail. I went back for bail. I went back for bail. I made bail, 300,000, 8 signature.
Right. Your bail was $300,000. So in a situation like that, you got a bond?
Yeah.
So
8 signatures. 8 signatures they wanted. 300,000, 8 signatures.
did your mom have to put up her house
Yeah.
or
My grandma.
your grandmother?
Yeah.
What was that conversation like with your grandmother? Saying, yo, grandma, you got to put
I
up
ain't
your
going
house.
front. I ain't even have a conversation. You know, family gonna support me. They gonna support me. I ain't even have no conversation. I'm just in jail. I got the call. My lawyer. I called my lawyer the next day. She like, your mom and them got the bail. You'll be home in a few days. I'm like, all right.
Okay. So, I mean, you got lucky that you had family that had
Yeah.
assets
Everything,
like
yes.
that. Because if it was just you by yourself, you wouldn't have been able to make bond. And
Gone.
you'd just be sitting in jail the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now you get out. And on June 3rd, you actually pled guilty to assault with a deadly weapon in aid of racketeering for your role in the Chief Keef shooting situation.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you decide to plead guilty as opposed to go to trial? Because like you said earlier, you didn't shoot anybody.
Yeah. So I'm not about to go to trial. First of all, they already know. They already know that I arranged for it to happen. It's on camera. They follow, they track the car, they do all that. I'm not about to go there. I'm not about to play with my life with these people.
Right? 'Cause you were facing life.
Yeah, I was facing 10 to life, some shit like that.
10 to life.
Yeah.
God
You know
damn.
the feds is different. That shit different, but I'm not about to play with my freedom. I had to talk with my family. Like, look, this what they offering. Shh. I'm gonna do it. My mom like, I'm support you to the fullest.
And what were they offering at that point?
They was offering, at first it was 10 to life. Then it went down to 46 to 57 months was my plea.
46 to 57 months.
Yeah.
So 4 years to like 5
5,
years. Kind of like that. A doable amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And since it's the feds, it's what, 85%?
Yeah.
With good behavior and
So
everything?
that'd have been like 3.5.
3.5.
About what I did.
Okay.
About what I did.
Not too bad compared to everything else that's happening
That's a
during this
fact.
time. Right. So you take your plea deal on June 3rd. On September 17th, Tekashi takes a stand and snitches on everybody.
I know.
He actually, not only does he tell on everyone, but he volunteers information. He brings up new things that they didn't know about. He implicates rappers like Jim Jones, whether or not it's true or not, but he, mentions Jim on the stand and everything else like
I was with them when they
that.
was going to trial. I was with Harv.
You were with Harv.
Yeah, I was with him.
Okay. How's Harv taking it?
Yeah, his head was Harv. Solid, man. He a solid dude. OD solid dude. Not what they portray him to be. I ain't gonna front. He dead solid. And that was like my real time being around him around that time. Solid. Solid dude. Free that man.
Right, because Harv ultimately got 24 years.
Mm-hmm.
Rough. That's rough. So Tekashi takes the stand, and lots of other people are now fighting cases. Shadi ended up getting 15 years.
Yeah.
While you're on bond, you decided to make some music videos. You did Quagmire and Wu Talk.
Nah, Quagmire, I did that already. Wu Talk, I did on Bell.
Okay.
Wu Talk, I did on Bell.
And as you're doing all this, while you're out on bond, more people are getting sentenced. Fu Banger ends up getting 7 years. And then by April 2nd, Tekashi ends up getting released with, like, I think 2 years served.
I think so. Yeah. 'Cause I made bond around that time. For
Right.
COVID.
When you found out that Tekashi's, well, number one, when you saw Tekashi telling on everyone, what did you think?
I'm like, damn. I thought those was brothers. He was yelling all like gang and that shit. Those supposed to be your brothers. I know, you know they like, right? Let me say, like, they like, some people not street dudes, some people's a street. If you're not a street dude, you gotta stay in that lane. He jumped in that lane, you supposed to go all the way with it. You gotta go all the way with it if you're gonna jump in that lane. You run around blood flag, you run around telling people suck your dick. It's like, you gotta go all the way now. Mm-hmm. Some people is making it seem like they did. I don't know what they did. I don't know. They saying that they extort. I don't know. Some people making it seem like, I feel like it should have went all the way.
Well, yeah. I mean, if everyone sort of remained silent, I think it would have been a very different trial.
Definitely.
But they had a star witness that was willing to tell them everything.
Yeah.
And tell them stuff they didn't even know about.
Yeah.
So, and he was willing to take the stand and basically just do whatever they wanted to do. So when he gets out, did you guys ever communicate?
No, I don't know. I couldn't. That's against my restrictions.
Aha. Okay, because he testified against you.
Yeah.
I mean, how angry were you at that testimony?
I ain't gonna front. When they told me and everything going, I'm like, damn, like, me? I'm the only, I ain't do shit to you. I'm solid. No cap. Anytime you call me, I come through. Look out, anything. You come to my hood, you good. And so I was surprised. I ain't gonna front. That shit definitely shocked me. That shit hurt my moms. I had them around her. That shit hurt my family. Hell yeah. I had them in my projects, you feel me? So it's like, you turn around and do that to me, I ain't do nothing to them. No rob, no nothing shiesty, none of that shit. 100. Stayed the 100, you heard?
If Tekashi walked in this room right now and took a seat next to you,
I ain't gonna front.
what would you tell him?
What I would tell him?
Yeah.
Like, what? I ain't gonna front Vlad. I like, yo, Vlad, keep the cameras rolling. Yo, me and you could just fight at this. Oh, like, stay away from me. You heard? I just went like 60 seconds with him. And that little space right there, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. 60 seconds right there in that little corner, right there. That's it. And I swear I don't want to kill him, none of that shit. Word.
Just want to put hands on him.
Yeah, just 60 seconds in
60
the ring.
seconds.
They can set up a boxing match. You know how they be doing the famous shit right now? They can set that up right now. I swear to God, like,
Okay.
I don't want to kill. I'm not doing it.
Okay, well, by October of 2020, Tekashi's already out and getting back to his old ways. You're still on bond, but this is in the middle of COVID, and there's social distancing parameters and everything else like that. I guess a video came out of you having a party at your apartment.
It wasn't a party. It just, they seen it. I told you. This what I told, like I told my lawyer, I can't stop everybody. Y'all posting this shit public. I got a big ass case. Everybody gonna know I'm home. They knew I was home. They pulled up. Somebody made a mistake, recorded me, went how I went.
Right. The person who recorded you, was that a friend of yours, or?
Yeah.
Are you mad at that friend right now?
Nah, I ain't but mad. I don't live with regrets, you heard?
Okay.
I just learned from my mistakes.
Right. Well, because of that video, the judge, Paul Engelmayer, he called what you were doing in the alleged party an astonishing stunt.
No.
And because of that, he sent you right back to prison.
To
jail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was gonna go back regardless.
How much time did you have that you were supposed to have if that didn't happen?
Nah, I copped out to 46 to 57 months,
Right,
right?
but you were on bond.
Yeah, I'm on bond though. So I already copped out. I gotta go back regardless to do some time. I gotta get sentenced to do this time.
Yeah.
And my plea was they cannot go higher or under the guidelines. So I was gonna get 46 to 57 months regard something through there. So it's like, I was mad at my mans. I was mad. Like, what the fuck? They were trying to send me back 24 hours. I'm like, no, not even 24 hours. I'm like, I wasn't even home for 24. They trying to send me back.
But how much time would you have had out if that never happened?
Oh, if that would never happen, I probably would have had out a little longer. I ain't gonna I'm gonna say the whole 2020 I'd have been out. Cause I went in October. I probably would have been out the whole 2020,
So
probably would have went in 21.
Two more months.
Yeah.
Three more months.
Yeah.
Because of that video, you're now back in custody again.
Yeah.
And then by October of that year, you end up getting sentenced.
Yes.
And
that's when I went in custody. That's when I went in.
Exactly. Now, you spoke before the sentencing?
No.
Actually occurred or after?
No. During sentencing, I spoke.
During sentencing,
Yeah.
right. And what you said was, I allowed myself to look up and listen to someone with far more success and fame.
Mm-hmm.
That was not the right thing to do. I regret it and it won't happen again. I thought he was a good friend. I was excited that he named a song after me. I didn't realize there were guns in the video until watching it. I immediately let him know I don't attend videos with guns. I have kids that are inspired by me.
It's a fact.
I know it made no sense for me to do what Tekashi asked when I had been working in anti-violence. I also had long talks with older men that's been serving life sentences since their teens. I thought about my father that's been in and out of jail my whole life. I said to myself, I don't want to be like this man or my father. This situation hurt me. I haven't seen my grandmother who raised me in a long time. She has surgery in both her eyes. I don't want to be away from my family any longer. Did that speech help your sentencing at all or no?
Well, I could say it probably did. I don't know. I don't feel like it did. No cap.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it did. I got 54 months. I was over 57. So it's like
It just
3 more months. If you want to say that, it did. It did. It did. If you want to say that, it did.
Okay. I mean, overall, do you feel like the judge was fair or do you think he gave you a hard time?
I ain't gonna front. I really think that judge fair, you heard? Because I came home on COVID, got in trouble the next day. He still let me stay out for like 6 more months. He still let me stay out. I'm like, all right. Word. I felt like he was easy on me because he know, like, I ain't really have nothing to do with this shit. I'm just an add-on to the case.
Right. So you end up getting sentenced to 54 months,
Mm-hmm.
which is around 4.5 years, plus 3 years of supervised release after. When they finally gave you like the final time at the sentencing, how'd you feel?
I was hurt. I'm like, damn. Or then I go back, I call my moms. I'm hurt. I'm like, fuck. No, I go in the cell. You know, a little depressed that day. But I'm like, fuck it. This time I'm not coming home on an ankle bracelet. I could do what I want to do. I can move around how I want to move around. Let's go get this shit over with.
Right, because after the dust settled, Tekashi got 2 years, time served.
Mm-hmm.
10 people pled guilty. Bat got 20 years, Shotty got 15 years, Mel Murder got 11 years, Roll Murder got 5.5 years, Crippy got 5 years, Ish got 5 years. I guess Harv and Nuke were the only two guys that actually took it to trial, and they were both found guilty. Harv got, I think, 24 years, and I forgot what Nuke got, but it was
like 18.
Like 18,
something
yeah.
like
He was
that,
facing 20, so I guess 18 makes sense. How many of these guys were you close to that I just mentioned?
None of them. I told you I seen Shotty here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I was locked up with Harv. Harv, good dude. Free that man. He's a good dude. Good dude. Harv, and that's it. That's it.
Right. So then you end up starting your sentence. So basically, after you get sentenced, then you go straight to prison?
Mm-hmm. After I get sentenced, probably like a month later, they shipped me to Philly. I went from Philly to Virginia, from Virginia to North Carolina.
So Philly, Virginia, North Carolina, you were in 3 different federal facilities. Yeah. Why do they...
Transit. You go through transit. That's how they work.
Okay.
Where I was going through transit, went through Philly, went through VA, North Carolina was my last stop.
All right. So did they settle in North Carolina?
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you basically sat down the whole time?
That's where I did my time at.
Okay. Now this is, you go from a federal holding facility to actual federal prison.
Whole different ball.
Now, federal prison is not like state prison, which is way worse, but it's still prison.
Yeah.
So what was that first night like?
First night, like I told you, growing up where I'm from, I'm going to adapt to anything. I'm going to adapt. I'm a gorilla. I'm going to adapt. Pulled up. It was all right. I ain't going to lie. It was like, I'm getting it over with. That's all I kept in my head, Vlad. Like, get this shit over with. Get it over with. Get it over with. I got that shit over with.
Were any of the other dudes in the trial sentenced to the same location as you?
No.
So you're by yourself?
Yeah, I'm by myself.
Did you know anyone at that prison?
One person.
Yeah?
Yeah, one person from New York. I knew him.
From
Yeah.
back home?
Yeah, back home. Yeah.
Okay. And that became someone that you were hanging out with or not?
Yeah, I was fucking. He was about to go home soon. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Can't build it too much because he gonna leave. Word.
okay, so you sat there for how long total?
I'm gonna say from I got there April 21. I'm gonna say April 21 I got there. February, March. I think March 21 I got there.
March 23.
I mean, I said 21. 20. No,
You
I
got out
there.
in 23 is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I got home.
Yeah.
March 21 to 23.
2 years.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
What do you think was the worst thing you experienced while locked up?
What's the worst thing? Somebody getting stabbed.
In front of you?
Stabbed up, yeah, hell yeah. That
Okay.
shit real. That's a whole different ball game.
Right. Someone getting shot is one thing, but stabbing is a lot more personal.
Yeah,
You could shoot someone from across the street.
that's a fact.
You got to
Stabbing,
really
you
be
gotta really.
beyond that person.
You hear him yelling, ah! Well, that shit is serious. I ain't gonna front. The shit is a whole different ball game, Vlad. This is the feds. They not playing. They run by cars. You heard? A lot of people don't know that. That shit run by where you from, or if you on gang time. That's how it run.
Okay, where they put you?
I was with New York and the Bloods.
Okay.
I was with New York and the Bloods.
Okay. Did you have any issues with people in there yourself?
Nah, my shit was alright. Let me tell you, right? When you go there, right? You get there, you got 30 days. Cause what I was on, you got 30 days to show your sentencing transcript, docket sheet, PSI, PS, whatever that you could show. You got 30 days to show that. You don't show that, your ass is out that jail. You're going to a new jail. And you're going to be on the world tour because it's going to keep happening. Word. So
What does that mean? Show. Like, I don't get that.
if you don't show your paperwork,
To
your
who?
sentencing transcript, to whoever is the leader of the car. It's
Oh.
a head of a car. Every car got a head of it.
Is
right?
that official or is that just informal?
Nah, that's informal.
Informal.
You get there, yeah, you get there. It's somebody gonna talk to you wherever you from. Say if you from say you Crip.
Okay.
Say you Crip. You Crip. You'll come meet your.
Right, I'm an LA Crip.
Yeah.
I show up in North Carolina.
You show up. You'll tell them, yo, I'm Crip.
Yeah.
They'll give you some food. Tell you there. You got this amount of days to have your paperwork, to have your sentencing transcript, docket sheet, to show that you did not tell.
Okay, because they don't want any snitches.
Yes. No
Around them.
snitching. No.
But aren't snitches already put in a different, like in PC essentially?
Nah. It's no.
No. They put him with everyone else.
Yeah. Some snitches go on the compound. Some will go.
Okay.
Some will go. They'll do. The feds play different.
Huh.
Some will go. Some will land on the compound. You won't even know.
Aha. So the head dude in the car was basically asking you to see your paperwork.
Yeah.
And you can request your paperwork?
Yeah. I had already.
You had already.
I had already.
So you
Once I
showed
got-
him all the paperwork. And he
once
went
I
through
got
it
them.
all, saw that you didn't tell.
One night, they already knew how it was. They already knew how it was already. I told her I got a high profile. They already know already. So, but they read it though. You know, they read it. Came back to me next day. We already knew that. I'm like, you know, I just got to show it though. I ain't doing that. No free
Well,
passes.
I mean, when you got indicted and you got to, when you turn yourself in and they're telling you, okay, you're being charged with the Chief Keef shooting, you're potentially facing up to life in prison. Did they say, but if you go the Tekashi route and you cooperate,
Hell,
you can
know
walk
they
right
gonna
out of
say
here?
that. You know they gonna say that. Hell yeah.
Okay, so tell me how they told you.
They didn't tell me. They told my lawyer.
Your lawyer, okay.
They told my lawyer, like when I went to see her, she like, Miss McKenzie, they said you can tell what? What I'm telling. I don't know nothing. I don't know. I told you I'm gonna cop out, tell arranging for it to happen. That's it.
So it wasn't even a conversation.
Wasn't. No conversation.
But they were offering to drop all your charges.
Yeah, she was showing me everything. She like, yo, if you cop out, told I copped out to aggravated assault, I'm like, and they gonna drop everything else. I'm like, all right. It took off the 10 of life. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Word, bring it.
But you didn't take that.
No.
Okay. So now you're in the feds and you showed your paperwork and everyone's like, all right, cool, he's solid.
Yeah.
We're not going to fuck with him and so forth.
Nah, they wasn't gonna fuck with me regardless, Vlad.
Well, if you were snitching,
Yeah, if you were
they would have
snitching.
fucked you.
Yeah.
They would have fucked with you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Were there snitches in the feds that you knew about and so forth?
Yeah,
But not in your
because
cars.
different places, like you'll be from I'm gonna say Ohio. You'll be from Ohio. Your car don't check paperwork. Y'all let anybody come around. So it's like, all right. Some cars don't check paperwork.
But how does an inmate tell another inmate to leave their area? I mean, because they're not the warden. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Explain to me how it
Let me
works.
tell you, I'm gonna come to you, right? I'm coming to you just like this. Hey, yo, listen. You got 2 minutes. Matter of fact, fuck the 2 minutes. You got 60 seconds to put your shit on the gate. Take your property you got and tell the CO you can't live here. That's it. Tell them you can't live on this compound.
So it's not that they actually move you, but they tell you
Yeah.
got to move or else.
It's a fact.
And if you say, no, I ain't moving, then you got a big problem on your hands.
You on your heels.
Okay. You end up doing about 2 years.
Yeah. In total, because
In
remember
total.
I did, hell no. In total, I did like 3.5.
3.5
Remember,
years.
I did time
Oh,
2019.
yeah, right, because you were waiting for the whole...
I did. I remember, once I copped out June, I went in June like 15th, 17th, some shit like that, 2019. I came home 2020 because COVID.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. So I did like a year already. I had a year in. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
and
what
then
helped
you
it.
went back and did another 2 years.
Yeah.
So about 3 years total.
Yeah.
So then March 18th, 2023, they let you out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know? Because, a lot of times when it comes to these things, it's like there's good behavior, there's days off. There's,
Yeah, this how I posted I went. I posted I came home October, you heard?
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna come home April 21st with the halfway house, 6 months halfway house. But it's some shit called FSA. I think Trump passed that shit. First Step Act.
Mm-hmm.
Trump passed that. I was eligible for First Step Act. I did program days, did some good, and I got time off. That's how I came home, no house arrest. I came home faster than I was supposed to. I got like 6 months knocked off my shit.
Wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
At what point did you find out your actual release date before it actually happened?
January 9th.
So January 9th, you found out about your release date. March 18th, you actually got released.
No, March 17th.
17th.
I found out January 9th, probably like no cap. I did another program, Vlad. I posted I came home March, I want to say 21st or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
25th. Facts, they gave me 10 days. 27th. March 27th, they gave me 10 days. I posted I came home March 27th. Probably like the beginning of March. I remember the lady came to me like, you got 10 more extra days. You go home the 17th, tell your people. I'm like, all right. Or
How'd you feel when you heard your release date?
what? I couldn't sleep.
Yeah?
Couldn't sleep.
You're that excited?
Hell yeah. They be telling me like, don't read no magazines and nothing when you about to go home. It's not good. That shit gonna keep you up all night. You're not gonna be able to sleep. I read a magazine. I ain't gonna front. Vlad, I almost went. I almost died, I think. I start panicking like, fuck, I'm about to go home. Like, I couldn't believe this shit. I ain't gonna front. Couldn't believe that shit.
I mean, while locked up, I've interviewed a lot of dudes that did a lot of prison time, and I've heard, different takes on it. Some people say the thing they missed the most while locked up was food. That you can't eat what you want.
Hell no.
You
You know
know,
what I
other
miss?
people say women. You know what I'm saying? But, what do you think was the biggest thing that you missed while locked up for that long?
I ain't gonna front. Opening the refrigerator, you heard?
Food.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just opening the refrigerator and looking in a clear mirror. I ain't see that in a minute. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Or
You also got to take showers with a bunch of men.
yeah. That shit is nasty. I ain't gonna front. But it's like, it's stalls. So it's
Okay.
all right. Yeah, it's not what people think.
The day you got out, how'd you feel?
Good. Good.
Were your people waiting for you when you got out?
Yeah, my mans was there.
Okay.
Hell yeah, I was good.
What was the first thing you did when you got out?
We went, got some pussy. Definitely had to get that immediately.
Right. 'Cause
Fast.
you ain't had no pussy in like 2 years.
What?
Must have been the
Fast.
best pussy you've ever had
What?
in your life.
Definitely got that.
Probably better than your first time.
Definitely. I felt like I ain't going front.
You're like a born again virgin.
When I came home and I'm around the girl, I'm like, fuck, I don't know how to move. I swear that shit was weird.
Well, because you've been around men for 2 years.
Yeah, hell
Which ain't cool.
Hell yeah.
Then you put out a First Day Out music video.
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did it feel to do that?
It was good. Shout out to the ones that was hating. He know who he is.
Okay.
He know who he is.
Once you got out, I mean, Tekashi was still running around and everything else like that. Did you ever think to reach out to him, to DM him?
No.
Get a number on him?
I just went tunnel vision. I came home. Went tunnel vision. I ain't worrying about him.
Okay.
Do your thing. I'll do my thing, homeboy. I told you though, them fists.
Right. Well, I mean, Tekashi gets out. He drops a bunch of music videos. He gets into various beefs with various rappers. I think, King Von got killed. He was trolling Lil Durk, laughing about it, and all that type of
tough.
nasty behavior and so forth. But then, on March 22nd, 2023, Tekashi was at the LA Fitness.
Oh.
And some Latin kings rolled up in there. 2 of them were a father and son, and beat the shit out of him in the bathroom. And filmed it and put it out on the internet.
Word.
When you saw that video, how'd you think?
You know my Instagram ringing. Everybody sending it to me. I'm like, what? What? It can't be real. Yo, I'm like, it can't be real.
You thought it was fake?
I swear I thought it was fake at first. I'm like, nah. I kept watching it. I'm like, oh, they beating him. Shit not fake. Word, has blood in his mouth. Oh, man.
Right. He even posted a picture of himself all fucked up.
I know. Come here's a bitch. Back up. Calm a bitch though, boy.
I mean, you've been talking about this whole interview, how you just want to put hands on him, for 60 seconds, but someone else beat you to it. I mean, was it a certain level of like, okay, I didn't do it, but at least it got done?
Nah, hell no. That's some lame shit if I take credit for that or feel happy that they did that. I'm like,
nah, you don't care about that.
I don't care. I want my own 60 seconds in that corner right there.
That corner right there.
Word.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they're currently being charged. I don't think that they've gone to trial yet or pled or so forth. But I mean, when you record yourself doing a crime, it's a little hard to get past that. What are you going to say?
How
Not
much
guilty?
time they going to get for that?
I don't know. I mean, it's a beatdown. I mean,
It's nothing.
it's a misdemeanor, right?
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's it would have to be aggravated assault, meaning that you'd have to prove permanent injury of some sort.
Yeah.
Which he didn't have. So, well, I mean, it depends on the priors, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if someone with no record did it, it'd be a slap on the wrist, essentially.
Right.
If you got a chance to do it yourself, would you film it?
Hell no. We not filming nothing. Hell no. I just came from the F. So
Why do you think that people would film themselves doing a crime like that?
Clout.
Clout.
Clout is the new drug right now. That shit is crazy.
Well, I mean, you were with the biggest clout chaser essentially on the planet that would do anything for
Facts.
the clout. Would tattoo his whole body, his whole face, would tell everyone to suck his dick, would make fun of people dying, would,
I seen that. I said,
offer $30,000 to shoot a Chief Keef. I mean, and then turn around and tell on everyone and rinse and repeat and start over and do the same thing as soon as they got out. I mean, based on how you knew Tekashi, did you think that once he got out, he'd be a totally different person? Or are you not surprised that he just went back to being the same old Tekashi?
Swear to God, I'm not surprised.
Not surprised.
Not surprised. Seen it all already. I seen him go crazy like that and do that. So I'm like, not surprised.
Do you think at one point that he might mature and might turn into a more adult type person? Or do you think that Tekashi's going to just continue to be Tekashi until he can't do it anymore?
I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't really know, bro.
Well, what's next for you? You're out.
Job.
You're on 3 years supervised probation. So does that mean that they could show up at your house whenever?
Yeah,
Okay. And they could randomly drug test you?
facts.
If you get pulled over in a car, they don't need...
Just got to report, make sure nothing in
right.
the car.
But I'm saying like they don't need probable cause to search your car because you're technically still in prison.
In prison.
You're just outside on probation.
Fact.
You know, like for example, you saw, Young Thug's brother, Unfunk. He got probation, and then he got caught with a gun, and now he got 9.5 years. Same thing could happen to you if you fuck around and not take this shit seriously, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say you get caught with a pistol today. What will happen? You got to go back to prison for 3 years?
Hell no. 3 plus whatever they gonna give him. Probably
plus whatever the charge is.
Like 9, just how much he got. Like that.
So you would catch the same 9 in this situation.
Fact, something like that. Hell yeah. People not playing. I ain't playing with them people, you heard? I won't catch me because I ain't having none. Or
well, you got lucky. In a way. I mean, you did get 3 years, unfortunately, but you got through it without getting stabbed, without catching new charges. Because, a lot of times dudes will go in with 3 years and end up with life because they get into it with someone, ends up stabbing someone in prison, or ends up with a phone, ends up with a knife.
I ain't gonna front. Shout out to them good niggas that was locked up. Some of them was trying to keep me out of trouble. Like, I'm a hot hat. I got anger issues. Like, say something, I'm snapping. Couple old heads, freedom. Word, they was definitely keeping me out the way. Every time I try to do, no, you're not gonna do that.
Oh, they stopped you from doing some shit.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Definitely.
I mean, when you look at what's happening in Atlanta right now with the YSL case, and that's a state RICO. You were actually on a federal RICO, which is, I mean, they're essentially the same, but the feds just have way more resources.
Yeah.
Like they haven't even started the YSL trial. They're still in jury selection. When you look at that case, how do you feel about it?
I ain't gonna front. The shit is like weird. I feel where everybody else coming from with the gun and shit, you heard? I feel. Because you copping out first. You cop out first, you implicating that we all a gang now. You don't cop. I'm the last one to cop out in my case. I was the last one. But cop out first, it feel like you implicating everybody else. You telling like they're a gang. So it's damn near like telling.
Okay, so you're talking about the Gunna situation.
Yeah.
When you saw Gunna, go in front of the judge, and the judge said, "Is YSL a criminal organization?" "Yes, ma'am." "Have you seen YSL members engaging in activities in furtherance of the gang?" "Yes, ma'am." Now, his lawyer and he himself are arguing like, "Nah, I didn't tell on anybody. I took this plea deal to get out, and they sprung it on me. They tricked me into saying this, whatever." And there's a whole argument going on. Is Gunna a snitch or is Gunna not a snitch?
I don't know. I can't say he a snitch. Then it's like I just told you, he copped out first, so he implicated them. Like, if he would have copped out last, they'd never say he a snitch, you feel me? Because he ain't implicated. I don't know. The shit different. They in the state. I don't know. I know the feds, when you take a plea, you gotta meet elements in your plea. So if he did that in the feds, copped out first, I don't know. I don't think they would say he was right. I don't know. They probably could have had a cold D meeting. I don't know what Doug told. I don't know. So I can't say if he a rat or not. And I ain't see no paperwork on. I heard that thing though.
Well, there was a video.
Definitely. That video is like horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. And you did it first. That's horrible. That's definitely horrible. I see why everybody mad.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Do you think that he's going to go back to being as big as he was before doing that? No.
Everybody not gonna fuck with him.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's a video in the club where they played Gunna and everyone just stopped.
Word? I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was going viral.
Yeah,
like everyone in the club just like stopped dancing and just like stood there until the song was over.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. Listen, I've talked to Gunna's lawyer. He insists that nothing he said could be used against other people and so forth. And he even said,
"Oh, see, it's more to it."
That's what he's saying. He's saying that basically that if he ever got called as a witness, he could plead the fifth because there's always the fear of a superseding federal indictment. So anything that he could say could be used against him in the federal case. So therefore, he could plead the fifth to anything.
But
and
I'm
therefore,
saying-
he's not
But I'm
snitching.
saying in a trial though, so they not gonna use his plea minutes in his trial.
That's what his lawyer says.
They not gonna use it.
That's what his lawyer says. He said in a case like this, they can't use the pleas of other people.
Some
for, you know,
they can't. Some they can't.
I'm not sure. Because, you know, the lawyer is going to speak to, you know, well about the guy who's paying him.
Yeah.
You know, Gunna
That's a fact.
claims that he spent over $1 million in legal fees. So obviously this guy's going to go hard. But I don't know. You know, there's the reality and there's the perception. And sometimes the two of them are not always, you know, on the same line.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, Kooda, man, I'm glad you're out. I always thought what you went through was crazy. And I even spoke about it, you know, in multiple interviews. It's like, if I sold you a kilo of cocaine and then I called up and said, hey, I know someone who just bought a kilo of cocaine because I sold it to him,
Yeah.
and you get a bunch of years and I walk away, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Because according to, you know, the overall case, Tekashi was the one that, you know, put a $30,000 hit on Chief Keef. You do 4.5 years or 3 years. Well, you get 4.5 years
Mm-hmm.
for the situation. Tekashi, who made the hit, walks away after 2 years, time served. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Definitely.
You would think the dude who was calling the shots would get the most amount of time.
But
But instead, the dude who's calling the shots gets the least amount of time. But he's calling the shots. He was essentially the leader of this organization because he had all the money and all the clout.
that's how the feds play. That's how they play. You tell them, let you go.
Even though you're the one that's actually doing the bigger crime.
Facts. I didn't see murderers get off. Murderers tell on murderers and like, damn, he got off with shit cross with it. You wouldn't believe the shit. Wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's a dirty game.
Word, definitely.
It's a dirty game that doesn't make any sense to me, honestly. Like I said, it's like Tekashi was the one that was actually driving all this shit. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Tekashi, Chief Keef never would have gotten shot at, right?
That's a fact.
But you're the one that went to prison and he got off because he implicated you in a situation that you didn't even actually pull the trigger for.
Facts. He ain't know that. He ain't know about it. He ain't really know.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Definitely crazy.
Well, Kooda, man, I'm glad you're out. You know, use your time wisely. Don't do anything that could put you right back in. You know, don't carry any guns. Don't smoke no weed. Don't do any other drugs. Don't pop no pills. Are you like, they tell you can't be around certain types of people? And,
Yeah, hell yeah.
yeah, so don't associate with known felons or anything of that sort. Just, you know, it's only 3 years. It's not a long time. You have a long life ahead of you. You're still young. I mean, look, man, you're 25 right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have many, many decades ahead of you. And listen, you got implicated in some shit that was really out of your control. You know, you, as someone who's been in the music industry for a long time, I know what it's like when the spotlight is on somebody and everyone is around them and everyone's going along with it. And, you know, you got the fans and the views and the girls and, you know, the liquor and everything. Listen, I've been around Tekashi. We ran into him in LA at a strip club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shotty was there.
You ever met Wack?
What's that?
You ever met Wack 100?
I met him before.
What's up with him? I'm saying, look, I want to know, like, personally, why, like, what do he get out of dick riding? You like 50 years old, dick riding young niggas. Leave us alone. Word, I seen some shit on the internet. Him talk about me, talk about I'm a snitch.
Oh, he called you a snitch?
Yeah, hell yeah, he did. Word of my mother.
Who'd you
he
snitch
did.
on?
That's what I'm saying. You know, they clout chasing on Clubhouse. I don't even be on that shit. I was locked
I
up.
don't go on Clubhouse. Yeah.
I was locked up. They were saying that shit. My man's told me I'm locked up. I'm like, what?
Okay, so you're locked up in the feds.
Yeah.
And suddenly people are like, yo, we're
Whack.
hearing, you know,
Whack and his little crew. I'm like,
are calling
damn.
you snitches.
Yes. Cause it was a thing of 6ix9ine saying I told him myself. I'm like, what? I don't get this shit. You know the world not gonna know because I'm locked up and I can't explain that side. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
It was. I mean, listen, I've gone through articles and paperwork and everything like that. Tekashi told on you. All right, Tekashi told on you. There's no way around this. There's no way around this.
I couldn't believe this shit when I was coming home and seeing this shit. Like, what? What is wrong with people? This, like, what? Who the fuck can I tell them? Like you just said, you ain't even know I wasn't the shooter.
Yeah, I assumed the whole time you were the shooter because you're the one who went to prison.
Facts.
I mean, right? That's a fair assumption. You would think the dude that went to prison is the shooter.
It's a fact.
You know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I know the snitch jacket is hard.
That's offending.
You know.
That's
I mean,
right.
did you feel like your life was in danger when that came out?
Nah, hell no. Cause I know I'm 100. I'm not worrying about nothing. I'm outside every.
Right, but you know how rumors get.
I'm not worrying about that, Vlad. I'm 100.
Because you had your paperwork.
This is why I bought you the special gift, Vlad. You the head of the car. I bought it to you.
I'm the head of the car now.
Yes.
Okay,
You
I get the
head of
paperwork
car.
this time.
You're gonna keep this. I don't want it no more.
Okay.
This is yours.
I'll take
it's
it.
yours.
I'll take it. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm glad you're out, and you know, just use your time wisely, man. It doesn't sound like you were a bad kid before all this happened.
No.
And you know, that 3 years will go by quickly. You know, have fun, work on your music, work on your career, work on your family, work on your real friends. Leave all that bullshit alone, man. And before you know it, you'll be off papers.
Right back
And
to
you know,
it, yeah.
go back to smoking weed or whatever else you want to do.
It's a fact.
You know, weed is actually legal. Wait, can you smoke weed?
Hell no.
But
It's
weed
not
is legal in
federally,
New York.
Though. It's not legal.
Oh, it's not.
federally,
Oh, right. It's not legal on a federal level.
Yeah, probably
So
next year.
therefore, it's kind of a
Pretty much.
dumbass rule.
Yeah, that is.
You would think that in New York or California, are you allowed to travel?
Yeah, I'm allowed to travel.
So you don't have an ankle bracelet or nothing else
No.
like that. Do you have to check in with your PO to travel?
Yeah, before I travel, I gotta let them know. Send them an email, whatever. Yeah, let me
Okay,
go.
so don't fuck around. Don't just take a last minute trip.
Nah, I ain't
you know,
doing that.
and play. You know, because you know you never know when they could just violate you for just to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They're having a bad day. Got into a fight with their wife. Like fuck this. I'm violating everybody today.
I ain't playing with these people, Vlad. I ain't going back.
Yeah.
Definitely not going back for no stupid shit. Not kids, son. Hell no.
Yeah,
Not me.
that's what it is, man. Kooda B. Appreciate you coming in, man. Wish you the best.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.
Mm-hmm.